to become what we eat. There is something in that parents somehow have an instinctive understanding. At least mine did when my sister and I were very young. There were few things we would agree to eat together, but one thing that we could agree on was macaroni and cheese. And so whenever we were asked, what do you want for lunch? Macaroni and cheese was the invariable answer. Until finally, one day in exasperation, my mother said, you are going to look like macaroni and cheese, because that's all we eat is macaroni and cheese. But the thought that we could begin to look like something that we eat is something that maybe parents have a deeper sense about and maybe a deeper faith about that allows us to come to this feast of the body and blood of Christ. The fact that we could actually change into what we eat, I think, is part of the mystery of this feast. We come, we eat, we drink, we celebrate, we remember Christ, who gives himself as our food, as our drink, as our stay, that we might be changed and transformed by eating and drinking his body and his blood. That is something of the mystery of this feast, and I believe why he leaves this mystery and this gift to us, that by eating and drinking we might indeed be changed and transformed. I could not imagine walking down the street having turned into a blob of macaroni and cheese. But could we imagine ourselves walking down the street being changed and transformed so that we might be recognized as the body and blood of Christ, alive and walking in our world? That we might be a source of God's healing and grace and mercy, especially in this year of mercy, being strengthened and renewed by this Eucharist that we share and celebrate Sunday after Sunday. This feast of the body and blood of Christ is not simply celebrating and adoring this wondrous gift that has been so much a part of our tradition in great Corpus Christi processions and ancient hymns and texts that have extolled and understood something of the power and the grace of the Eucharist. But we are being asked today, as we celebrate this gift in this Eucharist, to allow ourselves to be changed and transformed by that which we eat, by that which we celebrate, so that as we go forth from this celebration, we might not only be changed ourselves, but have the grace to change and transform the world, to become what we eat, to be changed and transformed by the mystery that we celebrate. That is what this feast invites us to be about today. And as Jesus did the impossible with loaves and fish to feed thousands who called upon him in their need, so too will our God continue to change and transform us, feeding the needs of the world who call upon him who is life and bread for the world.